man is going to be the topic. Who we have on the line? Only Sister Tiffany on the line, that's it? Okay. All right, Israel. What we're going to go with today is the duty of man, right? We've been in America for so long, we don't really know quietly what our identity is. A lot of us are waking up every day in America in consciousness and everything that you can think of and everything that we're going through in this place, we're still suffering without an identity. Right. We're still suffering in what we should do as a male, female, and a culture in this place. Right. We're totally suffering dearly. So what we're going to go into today, it's like it today, as it being a law class, we're going to show you what's the duty of man, how you should wake up every day and live. Right? The duty of man is fearing the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Right. Not what your Christian pastor say. You can wake up and do anything the hell you want to do. Eat what you want to eat. You know what I mean? Celebrate what you want to celebrate. That is a lie. And I think it got to be said. If you don't see a problem that's going on in America right now, you are totally asleep. And you're certified blue ribbon retarded. Not in the way where I'm bashing my people. It's just in a way where if you have this Bible and you're in that Christian church and you don't see anything wrong with you not following what's really in this Bible, then you need to go back and double look. Right? Because I'm going to show you something that you probably never heard before, or something you just probably looked over. If I got a strong reader, let me get Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, if I could.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13.
Go ahead.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
Read it again.
Fear God and keep his commandments.
It ain't say that you can do whatever you want to do. Nobody can judge me on what I do. Because that's the reason why we're in the situation we're in right now. Right. We are scattered. Black people are running wild. And you know, and they wonder why we can't fix nothing. We not governed. We ain't doing the duty of man. Right. The duty of man is fear God and keep the commandments. Keep going.
Our concert. Fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
This is the duty of man right there. Fear God and keep his commandments. And pay attention if we apply that to our life today. If we fear God and actually keep our the commandments that was given us by Moses through the Most High. Right. If we actually apply that to our lives today, we'll be moving like a machine. Right. UPK, I heard somebody say the UPK, y'all move like the Men in Black. You know how they walk in slow motion? Right. We supposed to. Right. You know what I'm saying? Fear God and keep the commandments, which means I ain't finna sell dope to my brother and destroy every. You know what I mean? I'm not finna join our oppressor, who is the devil, in oppressing my own people. Right. And selling the drugs in his community, destroying our own mothers and fathers. I'm not gonna sleep with my brother's woman. Right. Let him have their meat. That's it. That's his tale. You don't need to know how it feel. Right. Or know what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna what it is. I'm not gonna give me something else that's disrespectful. Yeah, I'm not gonna kill my brother. You know what I'm saying? You are minusing out your own soldiers. Right. Right. How the hell are we gonna be an army and you killing your own brothers? Every strategy that our oppressor puts out, we are using against ourselves. Right. As in selling drugs to our own people. You know what I'm saying? It's not fun to see a beautiful black woman on drugs. Right. A soldier, you know what I'm saying? A lion of the Most High on drugs, missing teeth, skinny, starving out here in the streets, do anything he want to do for a piece of crack. Right. I don't know about you, but I don't like it. Something got to be done about it. You know what I'm saying? That's why the men of the I.S.U.P.K are out here on the front line fighting every day. This is a job.
Right. That's right.
You know what I mean? We really live the duty of man. Wake up every day, look in the mirror and say, this is what we're going to do today. Because we recognize we're still in captivity. Right. Somebody has to do the job. So basically what we're going to get into today, we're going to get into what's the duty of man, how to fight the temptation to not follow that all the way out, and who's not doing the duty of man, which is our Christian pastors and our celebrities. They are all the way wild out.
Right.
And if you're a black man in that Christian church full of all them women up in there, you know, I'm sorry, but I was talking to a brother the other day that a red flag pop up in my head if you're in that Christian church, because it ain't like, what are you there for? What are you learning? I know we love saying you banging them tambourines and you saying amen all day, but what type of solution are you getting out of that as a grown, I can't even say what I want to say, man?
Right.
Nothing. Anybody ever recognize that? You got them Christian pastors walk away like they walk around all day like they just better. They got the suit and tie on. They just
Right.
go ahead.
Propping themselves up, sir.
Yeah, but they just propping themselves up like they doing something to fix our situation and the condition in this place and all throughout the four corners of the earth.
Right.
You know, the I.S.U.P.K, we are here for a reason, all right? I know they don't want us on that block, but we ain't leaving.
That's right.
We recognize it's a situation that's going on out here. It's funny because you got these Christian pastors out there, you know, and they understand the situation that's going on with our people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We've been protesting for 50 years. Your feet ain't hurting yet.
Right.
Meanwhile, it could be something as simple as, you know, white people feel disrespected of what's going on in their situation. They can run through the Capitol like it ain't nothing.
Right.
Y'all don't feel no problem with that? Like that it's crazy. It's crazy as hell. Read that again, if you don't mind, Bubba Shaw.
Our counsel, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
Keep going.
For this is the whole duty of man.
That is the whole duty of man. And you should want that to be the duty of man. You want something to govern yourself so you and your people can be safe. This is what the Most High put this here for. He put this here for us so we can govern ourselves and we could be a special people. Right. Like Deuteronomy 7:6 says, we are a holy people. And if your Christian pastor is not even letting you know this stuff in these scriptures, then obviously you need to get up out of there.
Right.
You've been in there for all this time, and meanwhile the bar ain't moving, bro. We still stuck. You know what I mean? We are still stuck in the same situation years and years later. I know he just can't. Don't let me get started on Martin Luther King.
Do it.
Martin Luther King.
Do it.
With his overwhelmed sorry behind.
Right.
He ain't did nothing.
Right.
You see the after effects that's in this place of what we going through, blame him. Joining our people together. Meanwhile, you know, can you mention like now it's automatic a promotion of black businesses now. We need the black dollar. We need all that. Before Martin Luther King, we had that. Now we certified broke.
Right.
Thank him for that. Y'all trying to push all this black businesses, protect the black dollar stuff. Now, when Martin Luther King was here, where was that? We had everything. Like General Sharman said, I don't want this pressure toilet. I want my own toilet.
Right.
I want this water fountain. I want my own water fountain. I don't mind drinking that water. Because your people ain't clean anyway.
Right. Right.
Go ahead, sir.
It's like they say back prior to Martin Luther King, the black dollar circulated the black community for at least a year before it went out. Now, it's not even 5 minutes.
That's progress.
It's gone.
That's progress. You know what I mean? Like what did he see in that lets you show that he hated black people, man. Mm-hmm. Like you fighting to join a people to another people. What do you see in yours that ain't so great that you want to stay away from these people? Like anybody never thought of that? Okay. Let's sum it all the way up. He like white people.
Right.
Let's keep it plain. I know when I look at my people, I see all the flavor they got, and I look at another nation people. Woo wee! I want to be over there by that. We dripping over here.
Right.
What I want to go by you for? You know what I mean? Read that one more time.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
Fear God and keep his commandments. Right? Martin Luther King was supposed to be a pastor. He ain't fear God or he ain't keep the commandments. He was sleeping with white women. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry. He was. Yeah, I'm saying it's a picture of him posted up with two white women on his shoulder. He had the biggest smile in the world, smiling from ear to ear. Cheesing. You know what I mean? And that's disrespectful, man. And this is another thing I want to bring out about that. You know what I'm saying? Following the duty of man is also following the commandments. We are not supposed to be with any strangers. Of another people.
Right.
Got black women going around talking about some niggas ain't ish. Why? Why? I mean, anybody ask that question? Of course, you know what I'm saying? We ain't blaming ourselves. We in a condition.
Right.
But to put in our brothers' minds that ain't nobody more beautiful than your woman, we really have to put the bread where our mouth at. Every time we go out there and get a contract or something, shout out to LeBron James, shout out to the brothers you know what I mean, who don't really live that type of life. You know what I'm saying? They want to go get their own woman.
Right.
They want to go, you know what I'm saying, get their own woman, get them something nice, looking good, which is right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't sleeping right next to no puppy.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what brings love inside of our nation if we look at another people like they're not us. You know what I'm saying? If a black woman look at a man and then she love his beard, his smile, his smell, his smooth brown skin.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna fall like officer of cars.
Go on, sir.
Black women who with white women know they don't like that. I mean, black women who with white men know they don't like that.
Can't like it, sir.
Right.
They don't like that. You got money. I ain't never seen a black woman with a broke oppressor.
Right.
Never.
Right.
Ever in my life seen that. You know what I mean? Because what we have to recognize is the condition that we're living in. The condition that we are living in is so sorry that we don't even understand that we are really still in hell.
Right.
Duty of man. Follow law, statutes, and commandments, and fear the Most High.
Right.
We're going to get in some of those laws we got to follow today since it's the law class. Let me get 1 John 5:3.
No, sir.
We got to get into this, man. You know what I'm saying? And being in the ISUPk, you know what I mean, as an authorized officer to teach this truth, we have to be serious to go out there and bring our people out of the world. Sometimes be a little explicit.
Right.
But, you know, even though we are rude in speech, it's not in knowledge. We're going to bring you back.
Right.
Right? Go ahead for me, sir.
No, okay. The book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments.
Another one.
And his commandments are not grievous.
It's not grievous. It's not hard. It's not hard to not look at our oppressors' women.
Right.
It's not hard not to eat pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster.
Right.
It's not that hard not to smoke weed no more. You know what I'm saying? Once oh well. to some black people, they come in all Israelites. You know, you still got Israelites who smoking weed. Right. Let's keep it real. You got Israelites who still smoking weed. And they come in all Israelites and everything like that, because I know I was. Confession is good for the soul. You know what I'm saying? You smoke your little blunt while you watch the, you know what I mean, the videos or whatnot. As soon as they say something, get that weed, you be like, hold on. How weed wrong? Okay, if weed wrong, why it taste so good? It comes from the earth. You're going to try to make every excuse why you should still smoke the blunt.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's not that hard because guess what? You got to fear God. I was smoking that weed, man. I said, man, the Lord gonna kill me if I keep doing it, dog. Right. It never happened like that. I came inside the truth, found out I was an Israelite. You know, smoking that blunt. It seemed like my heart started beating faster. It's like, man, I know I'm finna die. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the first step. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Then you're gonna take the second step and what you have to do. Start following the commandments. Right now in this captivity, join the brothers who's authorized to go teach, bring the other people out the world.
Right.
That's exactly what we're here for. Shalom, what's going on? That's exactly what we're here for. You understand? Read that again.
Now we'll come to the book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments.
Right.
And his commandments are not grievous.
It's not grievous. Keep going.
For whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world.
Right. Whatsoever born of God overcometh the world. Look at the 12 tribes of Israel. You think we don't have what it takes to defeat all the demons out here?
All right.
Priests and prophets of the Most High. Daughters of Zion, dog. You know what I'm saying? We more powerful than this. We know better. We should. If you walk past the priests and prophets on that corner and they tell you to stop doing this in some type of way, shape, or form, you know it can help you, why the hell you won't do it? Why you won't do it? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We should get ourselves together. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It's totally sad to see. You know what I mean? And we not blaming our people on this. I'm not blaming black people. We're not the Christian church. I'm not the Christian pastor. I don't blame black people for their own destruction instead of recognizing the person who did it to us.
Right.
Who put mostly all the strategic ways to keep us down. I'm not blaming our own people, man. Let's get that clear. When we out there, we tell our people to stop doing things. Basically, what we are doing is showing them what they should do.
Right.
Obviously, it ain't working. How many councils? I done seen so many councils since I'm a young man. Even before me. Look at the throwback videos before I was even born. So many councils on how black people gonna get together to get their stuff right. That's 2021, and the bar ain't even moved. Something got to work. And if you're not teaching our people this, you're not doing the duty of man. Fear God to keep the commandments. It's working for us up in here. I'm going to let you know that straight up. We ain't never seen no brotherhood like this.
That's right. Right.
Never ever in your life seen no brotherhood like this. Because I don't want to have all these councils without no results.
Right.
Even the mind that I had in the world, personally, you know, I seen everything. You know, I was consciousness, you know what I'm saying? Found the Egyptology and all that. Think you know something because you know a couple of big words and you smoke the best weed in the world. You think it make you smart?
Right.
All that retarded garbage. It don't do nothing. You know, you want to get yourself in a way where you put your faith in something, you want to see results. Right. In the Christian church, there's no results. No. The Egyptology is no results. Right. What else? In Islam, it's like Scientology ain't no results. Islam turned to Scientology.
Right.
Who gives a damn what's going on up there? How you gonna fix these people, dog?
Right.
Nobody like this is the thing about it. Y'all went from y'all be men dressing the suits and all that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't wearing no suit tie, it ain't my thing. But you know what I'm saying? Good brotherhood and all that. The Scientology, bro. How you convert yourself? And the thing about it is, our black leaders, Farrakhan, keep saying we the Jews. Why is you on Islam's side? You know he ain't got no answer.
Right.
What is you doing over there, bro? Fix yourself, dog. You know what I'm saying? Read that again.
For whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world.
Whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world, dog. This world that we live in, and even if you're in another Israelite group, and you know for a fact what the ISUPk is saying is right, and you have the records of knowing that you're an Israelite, you got to make that shift over here, bro. We're going to overcome everything. Because what's going to happen is that black people are going to get to start waking up. You know what I mean? Everybody knows our oppressor spends countless amount of money to keep us brainwashed.
Right.
Countless amount of money to keep us brainwashed, right? So once we hit these streets, like we all doing right now in the ISUPk, we hit these streets, we put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Because I love to say this in the ISUPk. I cannot pass up excuses to the man above me. I pass up results.
That's right.
We're going to hit them streets. We're going to put in the work. And then we're going to bring back to the men above us results. We got another brother. We got another sister. We got this. We itching to hit them streets, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we do the duty of man. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, and this is another scripture I want to bring out too. The unprofitable servant. Let me get Luke 17:7. Let me get that with you. Hold on. Since we talking about serving, I want to bring that scripture out right quick. Let me see. Let me get that with you. Let's get it. Let's get Luke 17 and 7. What's it, 17 and 7? We got to bring this up, man. We got to wake up. Follow behind a Christian pastor. We dumb as hell.
That's right.
We got to get it. Luke chapter 17, verse 7. That's it right there. You got it?
Is it 17 to 10?
It's 17 and 7.
Okay.
If we could get that right quick. Just to show you what the way you should think is being a servant of the Most High. Or when you're serving your brothers that's in His truth. Right?
Right.
Go ahead.
Book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 7. But which of you, having a servant plowing or feeding cattle?
Stop right there. Which of you having a servant plowing and feeding cattle, which means that you have a servant, you know what I mean, and he's doing the job which you commanded him to do, right? Go ahead.
Will say unto him by and by, when he is come from the field, go and sit down to meat.
What you gonna say with him? Bye. Go sit down and meet. Keep going. Which means, you know what I mean, eat. Keep going.
And will not rather say unto him, make ready wherewith I may sup.
If you have a if you have a servant, you ain't gonna say bye to him when you ain't eat first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a service job to pay attention what they should do to the man that's above them. You know what I'm saying? What you eating for and I ain't eat yet? Come on over here, brother. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you do your job. Come on. Read on.
And gird thyself and serve me
Mm-hmm.
till I have eaten and drunken,
Right.
and afterward thou shalt eat and drink.
Right.
Doth he thank that servant because he did the things that were commanded him?
Right. If Commander Jenny Yahanna give me out an order, I'm supposed to do that order. He ain't got to look at me and give me no praises. He don't thank me for what I did. I did what the hell I was supposed to do.
That's right.
Keep going.
I trow not.
He think not. He ain't gonna thank you for doing it. Right. Why? Keep going.
So likewise ye, when ye have done all those things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants.
Read it again.
We are unprofitable servants.
Read it again.
We are unprofitable servants.
Keep going.
We have done that which was our duty to do.
God damn. We unprofitable servants, man. Trooper Cassiar, one of the strongest troopers I know. He ain't finna take praise for nothing.
Why?
Trooper Cassiar, why you did this, man? It's like, sir, I'm a soldier. I do what my duty to do. What else you need me to do, sir?
Right. Count on God.
You know what I'm saying? He don't look for thanks.
That's right. Count on God.
He don't look for praise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those are brothers that we need. We gonna move like a machine, and we gonna bring back results. Read that again from verse 10.
God. So likewise ye, when ye have done all those things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants.
We are unprofitable servants. We don't need no damn praise if we out there on that corner. We don't need no praise. We hungry to bring our people back. That's our job, dog.
Right.
That's our job. You got the Christian pastors and some of these fake Israelite groups out there like they doing something. You ain't doing nothing. Got the blind leading the blind.
Right.
That garbage. Read on.
We are unprofitable servants. We have done that which was our duty to do.
That's a soldier right there, dog. You know what I'm saying? They understand what's coming out of these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? We done what was our duty to do, man. We ain't looking for nothing. We are unprofitable servants. Every brother should think that way. I know Commander Jenny Yahanna do, man. Give a clap up for Commander Jenny Yahanna for raising us all up, man.
Right.
He done what's his duty to do, is to lead us, you know what I mean, so we could go back and get our people. Wherever he sent us, we gonna go. Right? And not saying doing this job, we not gonna get tempted, because we are. We gonna get tempted heavy. We gotta know how to fight that temptation to get the job done. Because we can't let us take nothing, make us stand off our square. We gonna have to stand strong in these days and times to get our people back. Let me get Ecclesiasticus 2:1. I got you.
Come on, contact.
Get Ecclesiasticus 2:1. Because in these days and times, it's like it's not gonna be a smooth job for us, man. It's not a smooth job, you know. We gonna get tempted at times, you know what I mean? Even Christ got tempted. You know what I'm saying? But it's still, we still got to keep that faith in the Most High to get the job done, right?
Right.
Let's get Ecclesiasticus 2:1.
Come on, sir. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Read it again.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Anytime you step inside this job, you get that old point upon your head, even as a trooper, you shedding yourself from the world. You know what I'm saying? You come in to do this job, prepare thy soul for temptation, because it ain't going to be easy. That's what these scriptures are saying. Right? You come inside here, you know, you ready to do, you willing to do the duty of the Lord. You got to prepare your soul for that temptation, because it'll be hard as hell. Trust me, I know. I've been through it already, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? And this is how we keep ourselves together. Once we read stuff like this, we know what we're looking forward to.
Right.
We already know what we're getting ourselves into. We not finna look at the end of that road and see candy canes and cupcakes and all that garbage. You know what I'm saying? We gonna know we gonna go through a hard road, man. Long as I got you, brother, that's all I need, man. What a strong guy, man. Let's get the job done, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We should love warm with each other, sacrificing our life. Shout out to the Kentucky 8.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Prime example. It's gonna be an easy job. You know what I'm saying? Probably got to lay a few brothers down and whatnot. You know what I mean? It comes along with it. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? Whatever this job brings our way, we going to get done.
Right.
You know what I mean? Read that again.
Come on. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Keep going.
Come on, verse 2. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Right. Make not haste in time of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Constantly endure. Endure to the end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Prepare that soul for temptation. You come beside the truth, you're going to be having stuff, man, like, man, can I do this? Especially if you take on this job that we do in I.S.U.P.K. Can I do this, man? Man, I feel like, I just feel like sometimes I just want to, you know what I'm saying? It's a demon. He's going to try to snatch you up out. Satan going to try to snatch you up out of it if he could, if you let him. You know what I'm saying? Demons don't make you do anything. They talk to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to recognize that's a demon. And it's up to you to say, hell no. I'm going to endure to the end.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's up to you to do that job. To get it done. You know what I mean? We're going to bring back them results. Keep going.
Come on, verse 3. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Verse 6. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what we don't understand is that we fall because we don't really believe in where we're going. How you say you trust in the Most High, but you're not doing what anything it takes to get that far?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't move by sight for what we can't see. We know what we should do.
Right.
Whatever comes after that, the Lord help us. You know what I'm saying? But we know what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to do this job. We're not worried about what comes after that. I know I'm supposed to be here. I know I'm supposed to get this done. That's what we're going to do. I'm not worried about what comes at the end of that road. If it happens, the Lord wanted to.
That's right.
Right.
Right? Start from the top of that. I want them to get that again.
Come on, Ecclesiastes 2, verse 6.
Verse, what is that? Verse 1? I want them to start at verse 1. If I could.
Verse 1. Ecclesiastes 2 and 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
That's what I like right there. Set thy heart right and constantly endure. Because it shows that you're a powerful brother, man. When you don't really, like every temptation comes your way, and let's keep it honest. Judah, Benjamin, all the tribe, we lustful as hell. They're like we can't fight our flesh worth nothing. You know what I'm saying? We cannot fight our flesh with anything that comes our way. We want to be able to fight that. I think that's hard. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, I'm for the streets. I'm sorry. I don't think the streets is gangster no more. This ISUPk is gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Clap it up. If you're a brother who can fight your flesh to say, man, nah, man, I ain't doing this. I'm going to do, you'll be what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
I'm going to do what the Most High say. You're a soldier for the Most High. That is gangster.
That's all. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You dying for another brother. The brothers who I thought they'd die for me in the world, shh. Even though you probably got a quite few that's, you know what I mean, that's really, really about that. You know what I'm saying? But what up? Go ahead.
And so, like you said, going off of what you're saying, when you think about it in the streets, I'll go back to my upbringing in Chicago and being around vice lords and or disciples, for a better name. Disciples in themselves are off in their name for the simple fact that, number one, it takes discipline to not act on your emotions.
Right.
If you're in a gang, you're acting on all emotion.
Right.
But if you're in the truth, you're disciplining yourself to not operate in emotion. So you have to be gangster. You have to be hard to look at that and say, you know what? I'm gonna push that to the side. I'm not gonna sweat that right there because that's my brother, and I'm not gonna take his life. So that takes a discipline. That takes a real G to be able to do that. Because if you're operating your emotions, you always gonna act, and that's what females do. Females act in their emotions.
Damn right. Right. You damn right. He was right. Because like coming inside the UPK, you talk to think before you do.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't want to act off emotion to do something and have to suffer the consequence of what the hell you just did.
Right.
It's dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a soldier. You know what I'm saying? And most of these brothers in the world, they are very emotional. They don't know how to take anything. Come on, man. I could be in the elevator right now. Tell the brother, move over a little bit, man. Give me some room. What you mean I need to move over? You trying me, bro? No. I need some room. You know what I'm saying? It's that emotional spirit that been put in us as black men, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how to take anything no more. You know what I'm saying? Just cry. Go ahead.
Hey, Salaki, sir, going off of what you're saying, even with that, us being emotional, those that are outside the I.S.U.P.K,
Mm-hmm.
they look at things as weakness. For example, being kind to another brother. Instead of bucking up saying, oh, you want me to move? But if you say to the brother, hey, how you doing, brother? They look at you like, they're confused, number one, they're thrown off that you even said that to them because you don't know them. But at the same time, they're wondering, well, is this brother weak? But they don't know that that's hard. They don't know that that's strength. They don't know that that's power for me to look at you and be like, brother, you doing okay? Everything all right with you? It's not that I'm trying to size you up. I'm letting you know, hey, I'm here for you. I'm trying to love you. That's a man. That's what a man does.
Yeah.
Women or emotional boys always want to get crunk. Always want to get in your feelings and emotional when you just happen to say how you doing, or if I bump into you, if you step on them. But I've noticed that in my experience, there's been times when I would speak to a brother that I'm walking past. If I see another brother that I'm walking past him, I'll speak to him. Now, he walking hard.
Mm-hmm.
He looking at me hard. But when I speak to him, it breaks him.
Right.
I'm like, how you doing, brother? And he looks at me because he's surprised.
He's not used to it.
But it makes him calm down. It makes his whole countenance change. Because someone actually acknowledged him, and he ain't on the defensive.
Right.
And I know in the I.S.U.P.K, that's what we're supposed to do. That's how you have brotherhood.
Right. Right. You know what the problem with that is? The white man, the devil. Like, he broke us up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when I was younger, we still, like when because most of the time I was raised by my grandmother. When my grandmother wasn't around, it was Unc, and who I call Unc, and his wife across the street. When she wasn't around, when I need discipline, they was neighbors, but they still had to whoop me. Right? What our oppressor did was break that whole entire barrier that was keeping us together as a nation. You get rid of the men, you get rid of the discipline. You know what I'm saying? The women out there running wild, the child gonna run wild. So it's anything to break you down as a people. You know what I'm saying? Kasiah was as powerful what he just said because he walked past his brother. You can't even tell a brother what up. You know what I'm saying? They gonna think, what you saying what's up to me, for nice ass nigga? You know what I'm saying? That's the way they think. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, sir.
It goes back to what you said at the beginning. We was never taught to love each other.
Right.
We was never taught these things. So he's always in the defensive. So now coming to the I.S.U.P.K, we taught to love our brothers, man. We taught brotherhood is a weapon.
Right.
And that's what it is. So what you said in the beginning was real heavy, man. We have to be taught to love you all over again, to love each other. That's where these law, statutes, and commandments come in.
Hell yeah. They're right. You know, because I mean, like what the class is about, man. We gonna do the duty of man. This is the duty of man, you know what I'm saying? Fear the God and keep his commandments. Love your brother as you love yourself. Brother taught the brotherhood class yesterday. Right. Shout out to Hadama. First time teaching that class, right?
Now, what kind?
Did a damn good job. I went back and watched it. I said, boy, that boy blazing. But yeah, man, you know, it's totally right what we saying right now, because man, we don't, even people in the world, right? It's hard to tell them that we have been broken as a nation due to how this nation is designed.
Right.
I mean, how this word is designed for us to not love each other. Right? I was talking to a brother at the slavery, and I was saying that the reason why we don't do this, because, you know, it's hard for us to get along because it's been designed that way. When in the 40s and the 50s, in black people, when we had our businesses, when we was rolling, what happened then? Something had to happen for it to go astray. Nobody woke up and say, I don't want to be right next to him. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I don't like this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to, you know what I'm saying, kill you one day. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, that whole thought process is used through propaganda, as we already know, to keep us down. You know what I mean? I did some studying on it, how the Germans did the Jewish people. They used propaganda. You know what I'm saying? They seen them walking, stop and frisk, whatnot. The same strategy that they use against us today. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's the same exact thing. They keep you down. They like our oppressors don't want to see us free whatsoever. Like I brought out yesterday in the class. There could be brothers right there posted up at that store right across the street. They could just be sitting there talking. It's 5. You know, you barely see that anymore. I don't know if it's me. They might be scattered outside of a store, but you don't never see brothers cracking open a soda or something, standing outside the store chopping it up. That thing will be full of police cars. What y'all talking about? I said, what's up with all this loving each other? I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? The brothers, when did it come illegal to stand outside your neighborhood store and chop it up with your brother? It's illegal for me in my own neighborhood. First of all, what are you doing here? Right. And why I can't talk to my brother, have a Mountain Dew outside when I stay right across the street? Right. I'm not selling no dope. I'm not doing none of that. I just want to stand outside. I know the man that work inside. Right. You know what I'm saying? These are reason why. See, this comes into heathens not being in our neighborhood neither. You have a problem with me standing outside your store? Why are you in our neighborhood? You know what I'm saying? My uncle used to own a corner store. You know what I'm saying? Man, he used to throw barbecues out there and everything. We used to send brothers in there. They used to shout with him. They give him the money. Y'all could chill all around. You know what I'm saying? That's brotherhood. That's love. And that's having a nation. They chilling outside my store. I'm going to get the money regardless. They going to get thirsty. They going to come in here and buy a bag of chip. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King, boy.
Exactly, sir. I was just like, if I could, I was just about to go into it. He is the main reason why we don't love each other. He gave us an example of, don't be with each other. Let's go somewhere else. And so by that example that he gave, that just trickled down to us. Now we always want to go with our heathens and do what they do and go eat their pie. Like I keep saying, I don't know what the hell is in that pie that made us want to go to that man's pie versus the pie that we have.
Right.
But I don't get it for the sake of my soul. But hey, that's what it is.
Hey, you're exactly right, Officer Cos, because now we see what comes along eating the pie. I can't even stand outside my own neighborhood and drink a beer.
Right.
I mean, if I want to drink a beer, I'm not undisciplined. You know what I'm saying? I want to sit outside, talk, chop it up with my brother, drink a beer outside the stove, man. Calm down. It ain't all that serious, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? We just chopping it up. We men. You know what I mean? I got to get the police called on me because it's 4 brothers out here and they having a conversation. Go ahead.
It's like so that's heavy because there was a time when brothers could be out and do that and we weren't actually doing anything, just talking. We were having that brotherhood. Then there became a time after that crack epidemic when we were out there and we were actually doing something we shouldn't have been doing. But that right there was also a product of Esau. It was also a product of our oppressor.
You did right.
There was a point when we weren't doing anything, so I can speak to that now. In the neighborhood where I live, some years ago, you know, I live on a lake, so I was out with this devil looking at the lake, and police officer pulled down through there because every now and then they would come just to ride through the area. Came to me and questioned me and her, asking what we were doing. I said, well, you know, I'm just sitting out here looking at the lake. Okay, well, what are y'all doing out here? Because we got a phone call that there was some commotion going on. I'm like, well, I'm sure that you didn't because we're just looking at the, you know, looking at the
You
lake.
just looking at the lake.
God. So the cop, this oppressor said, I need to see your ID. He looked at my ID. like the devil's ID that I was with.
All your
and
ID.
then told her, he said, well, you need to go home. He was like, and where do you live? I said, well, you just looked at my ID, sir. I live in this neighborhood. He said, you live here. I said, well, you need to look at my ID again. I said, yes, right up the street. So he told me, you need to go home. In my own neighborhood, where I was just looking at the water, he told me, go home.
Hold on, Kasai. I can be right here, right at the lake. My door is right there. I need to go home.
Right. I was about 2 houses from, here's the lake, 2 houses up is where I'm at. And I'm just out looking at the water. And this man tells me to go home. So what I did was, I pulled up, tried to tell her to go home. I said, well, we're going to pull in my driveway. When I pulled in the driveway, I said, stop here. And I got out and stood in my driveway. You're not going to tell me to go in my house.
Right.
In my neighborhood. But this man, and I was doing nothing wrong.
You have a right
He
to.
told me, you need to go in. No, I'm not going to go in.
And what
So,
you,
you don't
go
have
ahead.
to do anything. I'm just standing there minding my business, and he told me, you need to go in. Now, of course, I'm with an Edomite woman.
Oh!
I'm with an Edomite woman.
Hey, it wasn't you looking at the lake. He knew he
Right. But at the same time,
Shout out to Kasai. Now you ain't here now. Come on.
Right. Exactly. So, you know, it's
Right. Yeah, man. This is the thing about it. What you said is so heavy was because I remember back when I was little, I was up to no good. You know, so I was a teenager. You know, so like I said, out for the street. You know what I'm saying, right? So I walked from one neighborhood into another, right? I wasn't doing anything wrong this day. Just walked into one neighbor. I'm walking into a black neighborhood, right? I'm from this neighborhood that I walked to. But, you know, I live in another neighborhood. I just walked, you know what I mean, see some close friends of mine, you know, just chop it up with some people I ain't seen in a long time. Right. So I go over there, I'm sitting on the stoop. It's by the fish market, neighborhood fish market. And the police pulls up. And they said, what are you doing here? They said, you live around here? I said, I used to. What the police said, he said something about, he said, well, you need to go back where you came from. He said, you can't be around here. And as me being ignorant, I don't know why. I need to go back where I just came from. And then I said, okay, I remind you, I'm about 15. So I'm walking. I didn't notice that the police is following me as I'm walking. So he's trying to make sure I go back where I'm coming from. So I stood at the stop sign. I act like I was looking for a ride. They said he pulled up right next to me. I said, my rider's coming. They said, oh, your rider's coming? I thought they were going to beat me up. I don't know what they're about to do. You know what I mean? He said, the rider's coming. And then now, as I got older, I look back on that day. I'm like, who the hell they think they was? They're telling me I need to get up out of a black neighborhood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You pulling up in a neighborhood. I need to go back where I come from. Where you came from? You from around?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna pull up in a black neighborhood and see a little black kid walking. You don't know what he's doing. And the thing about it is that he need to go back where he came from. What brought you here to even tell me that?
Right.
Well, we can get your weak ass. That's what I was thinking. You know what I mean? So it's like, I hit the white man the devil, man. Right. You see where every black boy goes through in America. It's not normal.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like if I could.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to piggyback on the story that he just told. When I was young, so I was my first baby mother. She was Hispanic. And we was at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
Cop pulled up and separated us and asked her, was I attacking her? She was hugged up on me, we was hugged together.
Mm-hmm.
And the cop asked her separately, am I attacking her? It's like, no, that's my boyfriend. And so it's just the audacity of him to think that I'm doing something in front of them all. And that's what they look at it as. They look at us like we ain't nothing.
They do.
Control every movement, every walk, every life. But yeah, we think we're free. And we're definitely not free.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just to piggyback off that, man, I think every black man has been through that profiling.
Right.
And to piggyback off of what Officer Cobb just said. You know, piggybacking for I know that we're around the same age. So I know for me, what happened, I experienced being stopped and pulled over multiple times just because of Becky. But around the time that OJ had done what he had done,
right,
I was out, and I've been stopped multiple times. And I remember being a time where I left, I was in college at the time, we just left, went to the park to go do some homework. Police officer pulls up. He says, once again, we heard there was commotion. They go to her and say, are you okay, ma'am? They asked her, are you okay? So they said, well, let us look at you. They're looking at her to make sure, because they said, we heard that there was some sort of commotion, some fighting. I'm like, man, I've heard this before. But it was insane because I'm sitting there, and it was during the time what happened with OJ. So they're looking at her, and of course, I'm not giving these devils any type of credit. I didn't mess with those dog devils. The devils out there.
Yeah, you're right.
The clan wanted to kill me for the devils that I was with. So at the end of the day, they would look at me, and I would get stopped constantly over and over again. But like I said, with this situation, they wanted to look her up and down and make sure that she was okay, as if I wasn't even standing there.
Right.
I was like, wow. And me not recognizing then, I knew that there was a prejudice, but I didn't know the truth. So, Yahweh for being in here.
Damn right.
But at the same time, it's just like what black men go through, black boys go through, just for being black, just for looking a certain type of way. It's imperative that we understand what our duty is now, so that we can go out there and teach the other young brothers to open their eyes, because now they're killing you quicker for what you do.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense at all, because that's like saying, because what you're saying is right, because it's what we live every day as being black. You see a brother walking with an Edomite, which we're not supposed to do. Another oppressor comes along and see y'all. He said, Kobe. See, this is what I'm talking about. You okay, ma'am? Just because a celebrity might did something or something like that, you might think I might do it to her, or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, they use that propaganda to criminalize us. It ain't right. You know what I mean? And if I could, before I get back to a scripture, this is this for the people who don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? It should be plain information now. This is what I don't like. I'm sure plenty of brothers don't like this. We can sit here and make a song about killing the oppressor or something like that, right? What if I make a song about that? We make songs about killing each other all day. Nothing's being said. You can make a statement, like the brother who made a statement recently about white folks. Somebody made, dang, I can't even think about it. Somebody made a statement on that, and it was an uproar. You can use that as an example. Come. Thank you, other one. We can use that as an example. Nick Cannon said something about we the Jews. Simple, plain, and it's a fact. Who can deny it? You know what I'm saying? He said he was gonna kill nobody. He said he gonna beat nobody up. Oh, he said the black man, we the people of God. Oh man, for your show is off the television. Go ahead, sir.
He also called our oppressors savages.
Savages?
He called them savages.
I see a fact.
How they became Jews.
Right. You see a lot? Okay. The thing about it is, if this was a righteous nation that these people so-called live in, let's find the proof. All y'all savages, y'all brung people over here. You know what I'm saying? People was already over here. You stole the land from them. You brung people to build the place up. You know what I mean? And now they act to build the place up. You kept them in slavery for, you had 250 years worth of labor going. Now they have made America wealthy. They working at Burger King. How is it not a fact?
Right.
We looking for a job when we already did our work. I don't get it. So this is the thing about it. When the Jewish people, when they had their situation going on with nothing but 6 years, it wasn't nothing. They can get burned up. What up, let's slack you. What I'm saying is this, is that we done been through hell in this place in America for years and years and years and generations. Why in the hell is we wrong for talking about the hell we done been through? It's not right. It's not right at all. You know what I mean? We gonna have to let that be known. If we're gonna fish our brothers, let them know the situations we are living in and how we live in a world of hypocrisy. Right. You know what I'm saying? You gonna sit up there and tell Nick Cannon he wrong for saying, what the hell? We gonna sit up here and act like we don't live in the world of hypocrisy, which we live in a world of hypocrisy. We are not wrong for doing that. What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying to all our people is this, is that we need to wake up in America, man. We need to wake up in America and at the same time recognize everything that's going on with us. If we see a celebrity that say that we are the Jewish man and they take everything from him saying it, then obviously there has to be some truth going along with that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not fair. You know what I mean? But we know we don't live in a fair world. You see what I'm saying? How the hell is that? Is like I'm glad that the other one said it. He said like Nick Cannon, and what Nick Cannon did, he's suffering that for what he said then. He's still suffering that today.
That's right. It's like, I don't know if I could. I've heard right now that Nick Cannon's doing bar mitzvahs and things like that right now, just for them, what he said, just trying to get back, to get his show back. He's doing all the off the wall things for the same people that he spoke up against. Just
Right.
back to his show.
And also, other one, basically what has happened is the reason why they got on Nick Cannon, the reason why they get on any brother for speaking anything that may seem aggressive or something that they don't want out is because they're stepping out of the protocol that Martin Luther King set up for us. Martin Luther King's job was to say, okay, I'm going to make black men, Hispanic men, Native American men, I'm going to make them docile. I'm going to make them weak. I'm going to make them where they're quiet and where they don't speak up. So anytime anyone steps out of order, that means that they're stepping out of what Martin Luther King set up for us.
Right.
Martin Luther King made the foundation for us to be weak and to keep our mouths shut and to move with peace and take everything that the oppressor gave us. So everything can go back to what he did. So to hell with Martin Luther King. At
Right.
the end of the day, what he did was he made us weak. He said, okay, if someone says anything that, for example, with myself, and I won't be long-winded, in my slavery, I work in corporate America. In corporate America, you can't say anything. But because they say to me, well, Clinton, use my slave name, you're passionate. It seems a bit aggressive what you're saying. Anytime they come in encounter with a man who speaks his mind, they say that he's aggressive. A black man is aggressive. But I'm only speaking my mind. I'm only speaking the truth. They're not used to a man speaking up without it being someone that's going, okay, well, we just need you to calm down. But Esau can go and say the same thing that I say. Oh, he's passionate. What he's saying is the truth. So we have been broken down to a point to where we can't speak up. We're supposed to keep our mouth shut, and you can thank Martin Luther King for that.
Yes, you're exactly right, because they know how to rule black people against the leaders that they set up to keep us in so-called in order to run their kingdom. You know what I mean? If black people are aware of everything that's going on, there would be no kingdom of America right now, because black people, with the energy that they naturally born with, they not finna be no slave for nobody. I refuse to sit up here and think that every slave was just kissing ass.
Right.
No, they weren't going for that. Ask Nat Turner.
Right.
No brother was actually sitting up there just going for anything our oppressor did. No, they were like, man, we need to change this, dog. I actually see them right now in my brain. Nah, man, I'd rather die before I keep doing this.
Right.
They try to put it in history like we were just punks and suckers and everything. All we did was just pick cotton, was agree and okay with it. That's the reason why. You ever paid attention to the reason why now? Of why now you can have. I literally said this at the slavery the other day. We are so low as a nation. We feel like we got power if we have a simple McDonald's job as a manager.
Right.
We some slaves, right? We some slaves, man, and we fighting for that same position. Like, I used to work at Checkers, right? My first job was Checkers, and I'm paying attention to this. I'm like, oh, y'all fighting over a Checkers position, bro? The hell? You know what I'm saying?
That's heavy what you're saying, slack yourself, if I may. That's heavy what you're saying, because I remember some time ago, General Hyman was bringing it out in a class where basically we looked at the fact that we can vote. We looked at the fact that Rosa Parks stood up so that she didn't have to, she sat down and didn't want to sit in the back of the bus. We look at the fact of the small things that mean nothing as the standard. We have been trained to think, oh, you can vote. We have been trained to think, oh, you're the boss. We've been trained to think that every time they say, oh, for the first time in history, a black person is this. So when we're still hearing that, we're thinking that we've gained something. When actually, the standard is well beyond that. The standard is the law, statutes, and commandments. So the hell with the fact that you didn't want to sit in the back of the bus anymore. The hell with the fact that you can vote. Those things mean nothing.
Right.
Compared to the fact that if we were following the law, statutes, and commandments, we would be in rulership as we were supposed to be.
Right. The duty of man.
Right.
The duty of man, because those black leaders, man, they failed us. Let me get Jeremiah 23:1. If I could, Baba Kashah. They failed us. You know what I mean? We should get in our feelings once we call them out. Duffalo Dollar,
Right.
TD Snakes,
Right.
Eddie Wrong, all of them.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors.
Read it again. Start from the top.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors
Keep going.
that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture,
You said right there, told them all these lies. Now we walking around teaching that garbage. Keep going.
saith the Lord.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel against the pastors that feed my people.
Then you feed, so-called feeding, because we still out here starving.
Right.
Go ahead.
Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord.
Okay, hold on. Let me cut you off right quick. Feeding your people ain't only got to do with food. You could be feeding them BS too. I'm just let you do. Keep going.
Verse 3. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and I will bring them again to their folds,
Mm-hmm.
and they shall be fruitful and increase.
That's what's going to happen. We've been through hell in this place, man.
That's right.
You don't think we deserve no justice? You're going to bring us up out of this hell that we've been living in. We believe in the Most High. We got a God.
That's right.
We believe in the Most High. Yahweh. You know what I mean? He going to bring us up out of this garbage that we've been living in for so long. They've been eating. Literally, for so long. It was at one point in time I ain't believe in the Most High for the garbage we was living in. You know what I'm saying? We've been going through hell. I remember sitting on the porch. I was getting high at a young age, probably about 12 years old. I was smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, we are poor and broke. You know what I'm saying? And these got drug addicts running around the corner. I'm breaking in houses and everything. I ain't even believe in the Most High at one point in time. You know what I mean? Through the years, got 16 years old, 17 years old, ran across the Israelite video of the I.S.U.P.K. Been here ever since.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, these brothers change brothers' lives, man.
Right.
These brothers know that we don't see results in something. I'm leaving. I seen results up in here.
Right.
I see how it changed brothers' lives for quite a minute. You know what I mean? We doing a damn good job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna eat oatmeal. We gonna do it with each other and say, forget it. We gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? That's brotherhood, and that's the energy that you need to get a nation fixed. I remember Commander General Yahanna said, "We ain't gonna fix this nation without going to poverty." I'm gonna let you know that now. We gotta lose something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to go into. These celebrities and black leaders, they think they ain't trying to lose nothing. Start from the top where you just left off at. Damn right.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture,
With they greedy ass. Go ahead.
saith the Lord. Verse 2. Therefore thus saith the Lord God of Israel against the pastors that feed my people.
Mm-hmm.
Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings,
Punishing them.
saith the Lord. Verse 3. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and I will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase.
Stop right there. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are all four corners of the face of the earth.
Right.
In Australia, China,
That's right.
I want to say Africa, but that's kind of I'm gonna leave that out. Even though I know we over there, but we gonna have to check your ass smooth as hell. The facial features. I wish we could have a stick we can automatically check your bloodline with.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Sir, you want no foo-foo? You ain't no foo-foo?
No foo-foo.
Right.
Cause in that foo-foo is doo-doo. I'm sorry.
That's right.
Keep going.
Yahanna, verse 5. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Verse.
Hold on. I want to say this. When have we ever got justice? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. What other nation done been through what we done been through, man? We still screaming for justice.
Right.
We was the one picking the cotton.
Right.
How we was the ones picking the cotton. And I was reading an article, right? It was about a while ago I was reading an article. It said that cotton money made New York rich. Got the big lights in the towns and all that. You know what I mean? What the black people, what they getting from it? Nothing, not a dollar. We begging to get a job at McDonald's, and our ancestors put in the work.
Right.
What, man? What, our buck, bro? You know what I'm saying? 40 acres in the mule. I don't want that. I'm sorry. I want your life, dog. I'm gonna look at these scriptures. Give me Isaiah 14:1. I want these scriptures. I mean, but I love my people, man. I love my ancestors. I'm not taking that garbage of 40 acres in the mule. That's here in America. I want my land back.
Right. The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
Read it again.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
Keep going.
And will yet choose Israel.
He gonna choose his people, man. Keep going.
And set them in their own land.
We're gonna be set them in our own land. Again, keep going.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Read.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
And cleaving on us. You know what I'm saying? I know you see us slaves right now. We cleaving on our oppressors, but they gonna cleave on us like this because the side's gonna switch. Keep going.
That's right. Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Mm-hmm.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
That's your job.
Right.
You gonna be servants and handmaids, dog. For us doing the duty of man these days, we're going to work hard. We're going to bring our people back to the Lord. And you're going to be looking forward to that.
Right.
For what you did to the nation of Israel.
Right.
Because this is your punishment. You had the earth, but you ain't did righteousness in it.
Right.
If I was a heathen right now, I'd be trying to say, hey, bro, we finna suffer, dog. We only going to, you know what I'm saying, be in... We can't be in the kingdom hating these people, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to get right. You know what I'm saying? We got to tell them who they is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We in our own little kingdom, and they taking advantage of it. They taking advantage of it. They doing the Lord's people wrong, just like the Egyptians did. You see what happened to them?
Right.
You don't want to be... The Lord had them in the waves, boy. Keep going.
And they shall take them captive, whose captives they were.
We going to take y'all captives, our oppressors, just like we was y'all captives. You know what I mean? Y'all did us wrong, man. Y'all understand we serve God. You know what I mean? He served God. We serve without a punishment. You know what I mean? And y'all sit up there and took advantage of what y'all did to his people. It's in the scriptures too of how y'all took advantage of that. And he going to look back on that because he going to let it happen at the moment. But whatever punishment he got, you better wait for it.
Right.
Keep going.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
We going to rule over you. Keep going.
Verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give the rest from thy sorrow.
We crying right now because we in hell. You know what I'm saying? We crying right now because we ain't got nothing. We crying. I mean, we got leaders that's selling us out. Totally hell. You know what I'm saying? Picture that day. I mean, you see what we doing right now. We slaving to sell, I mean, for a phone bill, for lights in your house, water, cable. You know what I'm saying? We slaving for cable. I thought water was supposed to be free.
Right.
They, if I could, sidebar, they lock you up for collecting rainwater.
Right.
It's like you, Abaria, I heard you been collecting rainwater. How many buckets you got back there? You been collecting that rainwater? Well, we gonna have to repossess that rainwater, or we gonna have to lock you up. It's like, sorry, sir, it's free. No, it ain't. You know why it ain't free? Because I said it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How can we live in that world? Read on.
Come on, God.
Go ahead.
Sir. It's an excellent point being brought out.
Hold on. Who is this speaking?
Trooper Zoyala.
Azar what's going on, man?
I'm
My name shouldn't be from the past. It should be yours. All right. What's going on with it? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. If I may, you know, and sir,
Mm-hmm.
the devil's so wicked, you like you want for growing plants and herbs and the apples. You want to go put an onion? You want to lock you up for that? So lock you.
Yeah, he'll lock you up for that. Okay? I thought the world, like, of course we know in the truth, the world supposed to be a paradise. I should grow what the hell I want in my garden. Onions, you know what I'm saying? Some bell pepper, celery, all that. You know what I'm saying? If I want to go here, this is life, man. Can you picture living that? Of course it's gonna come like that. You know, if I'm in there cooking up some good lamb, you know what I'm saying? Of course we're gonna live the way we want to in that day. You know what I'm saying? Off a hard day of work, I can go out there and pick my little herbs and whatnot. What I want, celery, bell pepper. Ooh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You go out there and pick what you want in your own garden. You know what I'm saying? I get locked up for trying to treat myself. The white man the devil, man.
That's right.
I get locked up for collecting rainwater I want to drink, wash my behind with, and I get locked up for saying, damn, I can't grow my own onion. What if I put it in a flower pot and I put it in the kitchen? I get locked up. Oh, you got an inspection in your house. He got an onion in the flower pot in the kitchen, everybody. I get locked up. Azar Yala, that's all you had to say? Keep going with it. Y'all break. Hey, if anybody want to chime in, y'all can chime in if y'all want. Don't be scared. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. If I can add to that, it lets us know just how jaded and backwards we are to think that we are free in this country. We're not free because number one, if you're paying taxes, you aren't free. But you can't have rainwater, you aren't free. You can't grow your own garden, you aren't free. If you want to have a business in your own home, you can't do that without having a business license. You aren't free. So what they're telling you is that I'm going to put my foot on your neck and keep it there because you aren't free. So at the end of the day, when we say, well, I'm free, you're only free when you're following the law, statutes, and commandments inside the I.S.U.P.K. That's the only time you're free.
Because when you swallow, give it up for that statement that you made. When you say stuff like that, soon to be officer. Hey, but at the same time, when you say stuff like that, because when you follow the law, statutes, commandments, it brings you together. You start to love your brother as you love yourself. You start to take care of each other. And you ain't wanting for nothing.
Right.
We go to camp, sister come bring food, brothers ain't starving.
That's right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Put in the group text, if I need anything, it's going to be handed to you. Because we take care of each other. We a nation. You know what I'm saying? I know how the conscious people talking about the black dollar. In the UPK, the black dollar circle around up in here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell you talking about. This is the truth right here. You know what I mean? Because that's the life that we live. Go ahead.
And it's so powerful what you just said, Juan. One of the things when it comes to tithing, you know, we have been so jaded in thinking that, oh, well, I'm not going to tithe. And you got these fake Israelites who say tithing is fruits and vegetables. But inside the I.S.U.P.K, you can see that you are feeding your nation. And I'm not talking about just feeding them with food. You're feeding them monetarily with the help of paying the rent, with the help of doing whatever needs to be done, and you can see it within your nation. So if you want to see what's going on with your money, with your tithes, then come into I.S.U.P.K and give your money to I.S.U.P.K.
God damn.
Right.
You damn right. Shout out to Commander Genie Hunter. I know he stated publicly, I don't know, was it last year or this year? He said he gave out $80,000 to families who needed it.
That's right. Actually,
Who else is doing that? these celebrities, which I wanted to go into, that we have out here that's making all this money. I done literally see, man. Y'all, you wanna know something, brother? I literally seen. I'm not gonna. Let me miss QC, the rap label, right? Had a video up on YouTube. They threw $250,000 in a damn strip club for women to shake their ass. You defiling your women and wasting your money on garbage. Right. When people that really need it. How many businesses we have in the black community? They look at us, they own people not having businesses like it's our fault. Right. Y'all got the knowledge, y'all got the money from following after our oppressors, but it's our fault, the reason why we still poor. So guess what? I got $250,000. I'm finna go to the strip club because it's my money, and I'm finna throw it on degrading our own. We don't really see the destruction in our own nation that we doing to ourselves, following after the oppressor. Right. We don't really see that. I don't get it, man. This is sad. I'm tired of this. Go ahead.
Married to Baywatch, a superstar, make $1 million, and now she's on the streets pushing a cart. She's homeless. You know what I mean? Like,
why is she homeless?
Well, this was what happened is she got caught up in drugs, and she was doing a whole bunch of orgies, and now she's addicted to meth. And her best friend came to her and be like, "You want to bring her to a rehab?" And just for that rehab, it cost $90,000 just for that. And she's so messed up in the head, she didn't take it. She's on the streets right now.
If I could, Azaryala, you said it, brothers. This is what Azaryala just said. You said this is a black woman, right?
Oh no, Salaki, this is a devil. She was rich.
Oh, I don't feel sorry for her.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying she 90 grand just to go to rehab.
I thought you were talking about a sister or something. Like if.
Nah. I'm talking about how the mighty have fallen. Right.
So even the devils are charging each other $90,000 just to go to rehab.
And yeah, just to go to rehab, just to get the powder out her nose.
Hey, ISUPk, rehab is for free here.
Right.
We ain't paying no $90,000 just to fix it, brother. That is just for free. You know what I'm saying? That is just for free. But what you saying, Azaryala is right. You know what I mean? We gonna leave that on their side. I don't even, if they charge her $90,000, they go to rehab. That's white people problems. I don't really care about that.
It's like,
Go ahead.
I'm mad. I just paid we just paid $200 to get some rocks put out there. The rocks are free.
Right. Rocks are free.
Rocks are free.
You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to live off your land. You know what I mean? We're supposed to live. And I wanted to bring this out, Kasia, when you made that statement. I was talking to a oppressor couple the other day, right? Talking to that couple the other day. They make thousands and thousands of dollars off a type of pine cone that grows on their land. So what our oppressors do, and I see why they've been going around just repossessing land lately. If you won't sell your land to them, they'll find a way to take it. So, because, go ahead.
It's like, so not to cut you off, with them finding a way to take it, the oppressor creates laws going back to yesterday. The oppressor creates laws for his own people. And that, now, with that, they also can go against their own, but in creating that law, the law of taking their own land, for example, it's called eminent domain. So if they want a part of your property, which you don't really actually own, they can say, okay, eminent domain, we want to get this. Right. So then they can come and take a portion of your property if they want to. But here is how crafty that the devil is. The oppressor creates jobs for his own people. So when you look at the fact of what you were saying, you were talking to an oppressor couple who has a certain type of pine cone.
Right.
They created a job. They created a lane for, here's so-and-so for pine cones. Whoever can do this, do it. you won't find Esau, or you won't find any of Israel doing something like that. They create their own lanes for them to have jobs. And just a sidebar, a little bit off of it, when you look at for example, reality TV. Reality TV was created to create a lane for Esau to make money. Now you have people who are celebrities just because they take a shit or slakia, because they have a bowel movement on TV. They make millions of dollars doing that. So they create jobs to say, here, you want to be a millionaire? We'll make you a star just from doing this. And we're stupid enough to say, okay, well, here, we'll do that. Just like with the OnlyFans. The OnlyFans was created, and it wasn't created by us. But they said, you know what, we're going to exploit women. We know that the children of Israel are going to get on there and exploit themselves, but we're going to make it an open platform for them to prostitute themselves for free.
Right.
So there used to be a page where you could go to and you could rent out women, and they shut the page down. Now you have OnlyFans, and they're doing it individually on one of their sites that was created by an Edomite somewhere, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, or what have you, another site for them to do something. So they're always creating their own lanes for jobs to become rich. We can't create our own lanes, they do.
Because they control everything.
Right.
Kanye West was going hard on. I was looking at a Kanye West interview, it was years ago, of course, but he was explaining on how he was trying to do a clothing line or something like that, but he said it ain't Ralph Lauren though. It ain't this though. It ain't that though. And they was like, you know, you had Envy and Charlemagne the God saying, why can't you do it yourself? It ain't gonna move like Ralph Lauren. You know what I mean? It's that our oppressors know what type of quality they need to use, and they're gonna give you the BS quality. You know what I'm saying? They get the first of everything. Right. They marketing they use on websites and everything. Beautiful, powerful. They can give you the BS colors and all the graphics and all that. You just gonna have to make it off that. You know what I mean? And I was looking at a video of Ocean Spray. I think that's the cranberry. Man, they make money. They create their own little plant, whatever they get the cranberries at. They got their own little factory, people to drive the trucks, this and that. And this is all one family.
Right.
So they create that one system. Oh, cranberries, pine cones. It's people that's out here making screws off their land. What they really do is they take all the resources, take it to themselves, and have you work for them to, you know what I mean, move the product out.
Right.
White man the devil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. If I can say that, you know what I mean, it's real because they steal everything. The Native Americans and Indians was over here, took care of this land beautifully. This is supposed to be a paradise. Took care of this land beautifully, had the water looking like, they said the water was crystal clear.
Right.
Buffaloes running around. Picture walking outside this building right now, I'd be like, hey, buffalo. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you got chickens and all type of stuff, you know what I mean? Just fruitful stuff. Oranges growing off the tree, and they got to be paid for in the store. People just our oppressors go around stealing everything.
Right.
Having you pay for it. Go ahead.
It's like it, sir. If I may, I don't know the scripture offhand, but if you could tell me, I believe there's a scripture that says that who goes, they steal everything and don't even leave a grape.
It says that they just leave all the grapes. It says something about the vine. Somebody get that scripture for me. It's something about the vine tree and he don't even leave a grape because, you know what I'm saying, that's our oppressor. You know what I mean? He wants everything. He goes inside a building, he'll leave nothing for you. Like, he's a robber. You ever had a robber who go in your house? They steal your carpet, they steal the TV, and then you be like, I had food in the refrigerator too. Why they want to take that? You already got the wealth of the place. You got the TV, you got the carpet, you got the bed, you got the stove. You ever walked inside an empty house, then took the drywall out? That's our oppressor. He will leave you nothing to live off of. He want to rape you dry. That's why, you know what I mean? Isaiah 14:1, get prepared for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody got that? I'll hold on for it. I'll just keep talking.
What's that for you, sir?
It's they'll leave you no grapes. Just Google KJV. You got it?
I believe it's Jeremiah chapter 49. some gleaning grapes.
Right. Right. Keep going.
If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough.
Right. They are destroying today. That's our oppressor, man. Basically, it's telling you how much of a devil he is.
Right.
So, if grape gatherers come, you know what I'm saying, when they leave you something, you know what I mean? My house been broken into. I've done it myself. I ain't take everything. I left you something to live off of. Because I know that you're going to need that.
Right.
Who leaves you nothing?
Sorry, so you consider it thief, huh?
Right. I had compassion. I had compassion on you. My boy was like, no, we should take it. I said, no, leave the iron.
Hey,
Go ahead.
water, sir. It's an excellent point being brought out by my fellow trooper earlier, you know, about eminent domain. A lot of folks don't know that's the reason they killed, you know, they murdered Breonna Taylor. You know, they try to get black folks, they try to get folks out that neighborhood so they can raise their prices. It's a lot.
No, you're right. That's another thing with these with our oppressors too, is that because I'm a victim of well, most of us who recognize gentrification, we know these are devils, man. Like, you see, these people been here for years. They've been there. They've been living there. That's their neighborhood, right? And even in a righteous kingdom, you'll have some way, shape, or form on why you would kick these people out or put them somewhere else or give them wealth they can live off of while they're in their different location. Or some reason why you should take that. But if you look at that and say, I can make profit off that, yes, people there, but they going to have to go, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And leave them nothing. And don't consider their situation of how they going to live after that. You the devil.
Right.
What is it more to explain than this? Why do I have to have this Christian woman in my face telling me we wrong for what we saying when she's out there on the streets? They gentrified you and you mad at us. Because we saying, sister, you come up in here, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You stay in that Christian church. And pastor ain't did nothing to even help you neither. You know what I mean? This pandemic came, he peeking out the window, we out there in the streets. And tell you to cash app him, them tired still. And he ain't even putting in the work. The money should go to us. Go ahead.
It's like, sir, for me, going back to what you're saying with gentrification, you know, being where I work downtown in Atlanta, and behind me is Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
On one side of Boulevard, you have, I guess you can say, the lower income, the Section 8. But then on the other side, they have completely destroyed it and then rebuilt it, and you have 300,000 plus condos and apartments, literally 15 feet from the other side of the street. So on one side, we're living in poverty. The other side, they're building it up so that Esau can move in and live in luxury. And you can see it. And the problem that I have is, although you can see that happening, we will still go and vote for our oppressor. We'll still go and say, vote or die for our oppressor. When you can see that they don't give a damn about us and they're taking over the land once again, just like they did with our Gadite brothers. They're taking over the land and saying, look, we're going to move you Negroes out. We want to
Right.
apartments here so we can move Esau in and make you go. And don't give you a reason for it. We just want you gone. But yet, we still want to go and vote. Who are you voting for?
Right.
What are you voting for?
You so right. Somebody give me real quick. Choose a king over thee that's upon your own brethren. Paraphrase. Right quick. We're going to bring that out right quick. That was a powerful. That goes along to who's doing. Because what I was gonna go into today, Akim, I was gonna go into the duty of man, fighting temptation to follow out that job, and who's not doing the duty of man, so we can know who's recognized, who's doing it. Right? Somebody got it? Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17, verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee.
Right. One from among thy brethren, which means our oppressors, our oppressors should not be, we shouldn't be voting. Let's just put that plain and simple. We should not be voting, man. I had somebody come to my crib. I go down to Augusta every now and then, right? Every week. And I'm over there chilling with my rib. Be down here with the brothers, you know what I'm saying? Be doing the work of the Most High. Go down there with my rib, you know what I'm saying, my son. Had somebody knock on the door. Who is this? It's a lady with a pickup truck with a piece of paper in her hand and said that, well, my slave name, such and such and such, have you voted? And the people who was there before don't really live there no more, but I guess they find out who's giving mail there, right? She's naming all these people. She said all these people here. And I said, no, that's me, but all the other people not here, they don't live here. And she said, well, they don't live here. Have they voted? I said, are you going door to door to seeing the people voted? I said, I don't vote. She looked at me like, what? You don't vote? All right, you don't have to. They sending people to your house to make sure you go vote. You doing all that work, and this is a black woman, foot soldier for people who's voting, right? And there's people who's out there voting. If we get no solution, you wasting your damn time.
Right.
Pass close over to an officer of 50 cars. Damn right.
Keep clapping it up.
Got comp score number, sir?
Yeah, I got them all right now.
All right, sir. What's your birthday?
All right, let's go ahead on. Somebody said something.
Yeah, this trip with your house, I just want to make sure I get my name on the roll for the night.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, so has anybody else haven't checked in yet? Anybody else haven't checked in and needs to check in? Go ahead.
The trip with Sean, I was just checking in as well.
All right, anybody else?
Yeah, that's on here, sir.
Devon?
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all Shem just throw to the brothers, y'all Shemar thumb my Shem y'all side of the sisters. Hey, let's give it up to the priest's prophet again. Look, I mean the Lions didn't been quiet today. What's going on? Y'all don't lie, y'all was real quiet today. I mean, he must be putting something down. Y'all was real quiet, man. But if anybody want a comedian in Israel, there he is. That brother is every bit. He has a zeal. I mean, I can't say enough of that brother right there, man. Right. Let me tell you, he's so humble. And in fact, let me tell you a little short story about that brother, man. The brother's name is Officer Abaria. Abaria means from the past. You understand? And it's very important that we live out our names. Our names mean something in Israel. We just don't have different names, John, Josh, all those Esau names that we give us, that we learn. Our names back in the day have meaning to it. And it means something. So Abaria means from back in the past. You understand? This brother warred before in this truth. So although he's a newly raised officer, he's not new to this truth.
Right.
He's not new to this school.
Right.
That brother's been here before. For whatever happens, he left out and fought like hell to get his rank back. And when I say he fought like hell to get his rank back, coming in as a trooper, as a young man, saying Kana no Khan. Not saying nothing, not saying I've been here before, not puffed up like I know all this before, I've taught classes, I've been out there before. No, that brother humbled himself. He came in this truth. He called the men above him Kana no Khan. He gave respect until last Saturday, that Sabbath, when they raised that brother up.
Right.
When they raised that brother up, it's like raised him from the past. Right. That brother came in. That brother came in storming and gave me a call and said, Salakia, sir, I was told I could teach class today. Hey, have at it, brother. Have at it. And he did a damn good show. I don't know how I'm going to follow that, but I want to big up to that brother, man. He warred through it, and he came through it, man. And I mean, that's what we're here to do, man. That's what the truth is all about. That's what the brotherhood's all about, man.
Right.
We pull those brothers up, man, from the cave. We got people out there now who's been warring, man. We war. That's our job. He couldn't pick the better title. The duty of our man, the duty of man. We have a duty to Israel. We have a duty to our people, man. Our people been stressed. We was out this past weekend, and we was out there, and throw out to our sisters out there, man. They put together a hell of a package for the homeless this weekend. So let's clap it up for them. all of our sisters. I'm gonna tell you, our sisterhood is beyond a match. You understand me? Our sisterhood is great, man. Throughout all of I.S.U.P.K, throughout all of Israel, our sisterhood is spectacular, man. They put together some bags, some lunches and stuff like that, little things in the bag, and we went out there to pass it out. We went downtown Atlanta to pass things out. In the state of our people that is in. We seen our sisters out there. I mean, I felt so bad. We saw brothers and sisters out there we saw one sister out there naked. Remember that? The sister out there just no clothes on, straight up naked. I kid you not. Israel, our sister was out there butt, booty, naked in the streets. We hearing people saying, put some clothes on. Sister had no clothes. We see people come on and give us some clothes to put on. We seen brothers out there who had nothing, man. They was cold. Now, mind you, it was down there, what, 30 degrees out there that day? It was cold as heck out there, man. But we went out there, we served our people.
Right.
That let me know, man, I could have been there. We was there at one point, man. We're dead. That's why the laws and statutes and commandments is very important. Our duty in this I.S.U.P.K is very important. Under Commander General Yahanna is very important, man. So I want to give a big ups to that brother Officer 50 Abarius. Give it up for him one more time. Put together a hell of a class, man. Hell of a class. Now, on another note, how we doing out there as far as the inauguration? You know what I mean? I mean, even this past weekend went out there, we saw nothing but. Now I was in the Esau's military before. I saw something that I'd never seen on this. Well, I can't say never seen because it's happened, but to that extent, we rolled past the Capitol downtown, and I'm talking about it was state troopers, tanks, the military, everybody up on Capitol, on our local Capitol Hill. Everybody up there gearing up for this inauguration, man. Gearing up for it. But for here in I.S.U.P.K, we don't give a damn. We don't care. In I.S.U.P.K, they can kill each other for all we care about because that's not, their problems don't concern us.
Right.
That's the oppressor's a problem. That's not our problem. All we gonna sit back, we gonna drink our drink popcorn and watch the show. You understand? We gonna watch the show.
Right.
So now, anybody online got any questions that happened tonight? Any questions? Any comments? Y'all been very, very quiet. I'm surreal, man. I'm surprised because y'all been very, very quiet, man. Go ahead. No sweat.
Just wanna, thank the Most High for the I.S.U.P.K, home of the truth. Glad to be here. It's always a privilege to be amongst brothers. So it's a lot.
Hey, no sweat, man. Give it up for that brother. That's brother Trooper Azaria, man. That brother's been in truth for a while, for a minute too, coming from New York, coming down, and he's been an asset to this school in Atlanta. Now I'm gonna have to give out shameless plugs, make sure we shout out our school. Like I keep saying, Israel, this school is for you. We at 3353 Glenwood Road in Decatur, Georgia. This school is for you. We have classes Monday through Friday. We have Officer Kwan kicking off on Monday. He has the scripture breakdown on Monday. So if you have any questions about any scripture, anything that you need to know, call that brother up, man. Excellent brother of 1,000, and he has information that you have no idea. So if you have any problem with a scripture that you don't understand, call up on Monday, get your questions answered. On Tuesday we had the brotherhood class, which Trooper Hadar filled in, as Trooper Barrier said, he filled in Tuesday. Let's give it up to him. I saw him. Officer Hadar mouth, you know what I'm saying? He put that brotherhood, in the law runs hand in hand. You got to have brotherhood to follow that law. So big ups to him, man. Damn excellent class. Of course, you got the Wednesday night class, teach by myself, or now even Officer Barrier. He may come in and fill it. I'd like to see that brother come here and fill in some more. And that's, of course, that's in 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday nights, you got the script that you got on history class by Officer 5,000. You know what I'm saying? Officer 5,000, my yard. Let me tell you, if you don't know history, tune in on Thursday and get your history. Know your history about your people. And also, he's going to tell you history about your oppressors, man. So, I mean, I've learned a lot of things since he came in. I love seeing the speech. And also, time for time, Officer Thumma Young will come in. And he gives an excellent history class as well. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so, like I said, on this line, you probably heard a couple of brothers say Thawada, which means thank you. Khan on one Khan, which means yes, Lord, yes. I mean, nothing wrong with calling your man Lord. Sisters, don't be afraid to call your man Lord. Don't be afraid to call him Adawan. Right. You know how much things you can get from your man if you just sit back and say, Adawan, can I do this? Right. Hey, man, what man gonna be mad at you if you say Adawan? You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid. I mean, who is Sarah? Called Abraham, call him Adawan? Called him my Lord? So that's what it is, my Lord. You can hear a series of things. We call it Salaki, which means excuse me. Brothers and sisters know about that. I mean, and these are the things that you learn on Friday. Again, Officer Darma, who's teaching that Hebrew class, also with Officer Thumma Young as well.
Right.
But I think the class has been passed over to you, right, brother? It's been class, you doing this solamente.
That's right.
Only him, he's doing that, clap it up. Solamente, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I speak a little Spanish. I speak a little Spanish. So he's gonna be giving that class, and then, look, come in on the Sabbath day services, you know what I'm saying, on Saturday. It's ordained for you, hold the peace 1 second, it's ordained for you to be here on the Sabbath service, man. Right. And you will see the fruits of your labor on Friday, what you're learning from the Hebrew class. You're going to see it when them brothers come up speaking that Hebrew language fluently. That is your heritage, that is yours. Don't lose it, that's your heritage, that's what you do, you understand? And that's our lineup. We have an all-star lineup, man. And, you know, if you miss this all-star lineup, that's on your own fault, it's your own doing, and you're not following what the Lord tell you to do. You understand? You got to congregate, come in with your people, and learn this truth.
Right.
Azar, you said something, brother?
If I may.
Yeah, you may. Go ahead.
Just want to, just add on upon that, if I may. You know, a lot of folks don't know when you call him your boss, you say master. That's another word for master. You know.
Right.
You know, when you say sir, you say sir, you just saying master or lord, or you call landlord. That's the lord of the land. So, you know, there's no greater honor. It's dignified, it's dignity to call, your teacher, your Adawan, call up your master, let's say you're on the streets and say, what up, God? What up, Lord? Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's respect.
Yeah, right. That's right. That's respect, man. Give it up to that brother, man. That's respect. Don't be afraid. Like he said, you call people at your job, sir, which is a master. So don't be afraid to call. That's your heritage, man. We've always said that. If you watch some old movies, those old, some England movies, and they say, hey, my lord, and hey, all that, that was our culture back then. That's us. They stole that from us. You know what I'm saying? They stole everything they can. Like the brother was bringing out, Officer Obaria, we are the flavor of this earth, man. Right. Everybody stole everything from us. So I'm going to get into a couple of things. If anybody got no questions, what's going on, the Lions Den? Y'all quiet tonight. Well, yeah, how you die? You ain't saying much. What's going on, brother? Go ahead.
You ain't had to call me out like that. You know what I'm saying? But since you don't call my name, you know what I'm saying, I might as well say you were talking about, our names mean something.
Right.
And off the cause, he didn't call me out, you know what I'm saying, how you die, my name means the Most High knows.
The Most High knows, that's what's up. Mm-hmm.
I tell you something that the Most High knows. The Most High knows that he's sending Christ back to roll the heads of the oppressor and them Africans and them Arabs and them Asians for your sake, Israel.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing out here, you know what I'm saying, that you gonna learn that's greater than what's in this I.S.U.P.K.
Damn right.
I don't care what church you go to, what mosque you go to, it don't matter. Ain't nothing better than the brotherhood and the sisterhood that you find right here in the I.S.U.P.K. You know what I'm saying? And one more thing, if I may, the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Damn right, man. Damn right. He started off good and hit it off just as great. You know what I'm saying? And let me not mention that. Let me not forget to mention that we have Feast of Purim coming up.
Right.
What day is the Feast of Purim? February 24th. And we also have the Passover coming up, April 24th. Right. April 24th, the Passover is going to be there. Do not miss the Passover. It's ordained for everybody to be there. It's an order. It's a law that all Israel must be there. Right. And if you can't make it, we have some other make up days, whatever the case may be. But look, the brotherhood is a weapon. It's a strength. There should be no reason why any brother or sister who wants to be to the Passover can't make it to the Passover. Right. We all should be there. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, be at the Passover, be there. Like I said, we're the brotherhood. So if you call a brother and say, I can't make it, I'm sure we got brothers who got rides going on. We got brothers going to share their hotels with you. We got brothers who lend you some money to get there. Don't let the price of $200 fool you. If you don't have the $200, man, go up and you make it up to the Passover. You do what you can. You do your part. And you lacking, whatever you're lacking, don't worry about it. Right. Commander General Yahanna, he's letting everybody come up in here. You understand? But, pay your tithes. Pay your Passover, $200 fine. Be at Passover. We got a lot of things going on in the Passover. Feast of Purim is coming up. These are the order from the Most High Lord, from our Most High God to be there. You understand? Let's get back. I'm going to touch a little bit on what Officer Barry was saying. Where duty. That's our duty, man. Duty of man. You know what I'm saying? So if I could, Baba Gashar, which means please in the Hebrew. Am I right, sir? I gotta mess with Hadar, man. I gotta mess with him, man. But anyway, let's go to Hebrews. We're gonna start at verse. We're gonna go Hebrews 10. We're gonna start at verse 23, if I could. If we could.
Come, sir.
Let me get the Hebrews 10, 23. Oh man, y'all go in these small books. I can't see that, man. Let's go. Let's get it. What you got?
Come, the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 23. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering.
That's right. We got to hold fast to our faith without wavering. That's what that brother Abaria did, man. When he came back in, he held true to his faith without wavering, man. He kept going. He kept fighting. He kept fighting. Sometimes we fall short, man. We got to keep coming back and keep fighting. Keep reading.
Khan, for he is faithful that promised. Khan, verse 24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works.
Let's consider one another. That's what the law. I mean what our dog was bringing out yesterday, man. The law class and the brotherhood class. This is all about brotherhood right here. Keep reading.
Khan, verse 25. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another.
That's right. Like we said, the Sabbath service. That's your day, man. The Sabbath service. Every Saturday is your Sabbath day. God gave you 6 days to work and do whatever you got to do. On the seventh day, you give your time to Him.
Right.
You give your time to the Most High God. It's only an hour. It's only what we do. 45 hour. Give yourself an hour, man. Don't short yourself, man. Come and learn this truth and learn to understand what's going on the Sabbath. And we exhort each other. We learn the brotherhood. We exhort each other. That's the time we come in. We eat. We go out there and we blaze on our oppressor. We come back. We eat. We have strong and we drink. We exhort a brother. If a brother's going through some problems, you know what? We chop it up. Get him out of that sluggish run he in. Because this thing is hard, man. This ain't no easy walk. Stuff is rough. Keep going.
Khan, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
Keep going.
Verse 26. For we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth.
The knowledge of the what?
The knowledge of the truth.
The knowledge of the what?
The knowledge of the truth.
No, the lie.
The truth.
What the white man tell you.
The truth.
You receive the knowledge of the truth because our whole duty is to follow these laws, statutes, commandments. So once you understand these laws, statutes, commandments, and you understand what they are, now you want to go out there and just willfully sin? Keep reading.
Khan, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin.
There is no more sacrifice for sin. These brothers up here that come and teach in this classroom, in this Atlanta camp, and throughout Israel, this is serious. Once we pour this oil on our head, and we took an oath, we meant that.
Right.
We come and we give you the truth. We live this. We live this Bible. Some people read the Bible. We live the Bible.
Right.
This is what we do because we can't go out there willfully sinning. You ask any brother in ISUPk, are you a sinner? He's going to tell you no. Nope. And if a man can't tell you that, they're not going to be like some pastors like I heard the other day. You said, well, sometime I fall short of the glory. No. There's no excuses. We have no coward. This is I.S.U.P.K. We have no cowards. Go ahead. Go ahead. Somebody says Salakia. All right.
For me, I was wondering earlier because Obama, he got like 2,000 pardons and commutation, and the Trump he just let Lil Wayne loose and all that. Like and biblically, if somebody sins, can the king or a judge just be like, you know what, I'm gonna give you a pardon for your sentence or commutation? Is that something that's legal in Israel? Like,
now you're saying, okay, your question was, in Israel, if someone sins, do we give can let's say Commander Yahanna give them a pardon?
So basically, you're going through your punishment, whatever it is. If you're still alive, if you're still going through your punishment, can a leader or judge or someone of authority, kind of like Trump, he pardoned Lil Wayne, right? Could someone of authority be like, you know what, I'm gonna give you a pardon, instead of doing 5 years, you do 2, or you get off, or can you pardon sinners? Right.
That's a good question. That's a good question. In Esau's world, they can do that. They can pardon sinners. They can do what the hell they want to do in Esau's world. That's their government. What the Bible says, Caesar do what Caesar do. Give Caesar what's Caesar's. That's what Caesar do. But in Israel, we have what we call counseling. We have counseling. So if you mess up somewhere, it's better you go seek counseling and tell them brothers higher up. Because it's better that they give you the judgment, I didn't say a judgment, because only the Most High can judge you like that. And a judgment, what's the judgment? Judgment is a punishment of what you've done. So it's better that you seek counseling and get it right. And let the men above you tell you what you can do to get it right. Because if you don't do that and you keep it within yourself, then the Most High will judge you. And you don't want his judgment before you. You don't want his judgment before you, because his judgment before you, boy, ain't no telling what he could do. To answer your question, ain't no sweat.
And Salaki, sir, if I may, going
Hey, hold your peace real quick. Go ahead. We got somebody in class. Go ahead, Kasiat.
piggybacking off of the answer that you just gave, Trooper Arzariala, we have to be extremely careful, because when you look at the Catholic Church, they have their priests that you go to, and their priests are the ones who say, okay, well, you come to me and say 7 Hail Marys,
That's
and
right.
I'll go before the Lord, and I'll give you absolution. No man can go and give you absolution.
That's right.
To the Lord. No man can do that. So we have to understand and be careful with how we speak and the things that we say, in the sense that Commanding General Yahanna is a vessel, is a man that is being used to lead Israel. But who we answer to, who we deal with, who will judge us, is the Most High.
That's
so,
right.
You know, we have to understand that there's not a man that's going to come and say, okay, because you did that, but you know what, it's all right, I'm going to give you a pass. No man can do that, but
No
see,
pass.
Esau thinks that they can do that.
That's right.
Esau thinks that they can say, well, it's okay, you're all right, because they set themselves on high. They act as though they're gods, and they sit themselves in these high places, but they aren't them.
That's right. Absolutely right. Somebody says Salaki online.
Shalom, y'all.
Go ahead.
I want to go back to something you had just said about the pastor that he might have slipped the fail and did that, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That old filthy, nasty pastor. Go ahead.
What's so heavy about that, what you just said is, you know, something Christ said, you know, he said, be ye perfect as also your Father in heaven.
That's right.
Heaven is perfect. So when the Christian pastor say, oh, I can't do it, you know what I'm saying, he's a lie and the truth ain't in him, because he's not a follower of Christ, because Christ just said you can be perfect.
That's right. Hey, and clap it up for that, because you stole one of my precepts out going into tonight. You know what I'm saying? We got to be perfect. But what were we at? Hebrews 10:23?
We are at now 26, sir.
Yeah, somebody says Salakia.
I was on Hebrews 10:26.
All right,
I have a question.
Okay.
Verse 26, right?
Salaki.
All right, so basically, like, I'm still coming into the truth, so I'm learning a lot of new things every day, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, when they say when you learn this knowledge of truth, is it that if I still struggle with certain things, certain vices or whatever it may be, is there no room for repentance for that?
Oh, give me Proverbs 24:16. If you could, Baba Gashar, 24:16. Yeah, give me Proverbs 24:16. Hey, that's a good question. The brother said if he's coming to the I.S.U.P.K, he's still learning. He's still struggling with some of the things. So his question was, if he commits sins while he's still learning, is there no repentance for that? Yes, there's repentance for that. Go ahead and read me. Give me Proverbs 24:16.
Come on, sir. The book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 16. For a just man falleth 7 times.
A just man falls 7 times.
And riseth up again.
And rises up again, brother. Right now, you're just following. So you're a babe in this whole thing. We call you a babe in Christ. You know what I'm saying? So you're understanding this, and you're learning things. You learn. Now the things that you learn, it's going to take a little while for you to get these things and get them in order and to shed off. We call a thing called the 90-day rule, where we try to shed off the world. When you're in this I.S.U.P.K, you want to become a soldier in this truth. So we give you 90 days to shed off the world, and it may be a little longer than that, as the people above you watch until you share, until they think that, you know what, you worked enough to be granted this name that we're going to give you. We give you that name, you become a new creature in Christ. Now from that time on, there is no failure for that, because you get that name, you pour oil in your head, and you made an oath. Now once you make this oath, you continue learning, and the things that you fail at, you get back up. A 7 man, like I said, a just man falls 7 times. He keeps getting back up. So you just keep getting back up and keep fighting. But right now, as what you're going through, the devil's gonna tempt you in a lot of things. So I just tell you to be diligent in your walk. Yes, you may fall, but keep continuing in what you're doing. And as you learn the things that you do, practice those. Because there can be a lot of things that you don't know that you're doing that should be called a transmission of sins. I mean, are you going to be doing iniquities, which means a sin against the Most High? once you know what you're doing, it behooves you not to continue in that particular sin. You do what you can to not do that. You understand? But the Most High will forgive you if you're sincere in your heart to do these things. Because once you come in, all the sin that you've done, he's going to take it upon himself. He took all that upon himself. Now, once you're in it, now you know shrimp and pork and lobster is wrong, and you're fighting, you're going to get punished for that. But it's his judgment, his mercy. The Lord has mercy if he sees that you're doing things that you're trying to do it. But if you're just doing things, just making excuses, saying, you know what, I can't do it, or I just did it now, he'll forgive me. The Lord's going to know that. That's the spirit behind a lot of things that you do. But if you're actually struggling and you're working through your struggle, because everybody has to bear their own cross. But if you're working through your struggle and you're actually doing the things that the Most High, and you may fail at that, but you come back on and you keep on moving, you keep on doing what you're doing, that's up to the Most High to give you mercy. But no one goes unpunished. Right. No one goes unpunished. Now, I can't say what the Lord will do if you know you're not supposed to eat shrimp, pork, or lobster, and you continue to do it, and you continue to do it, and you come back in the truth. Now, the Bible said you can't be lukewarm. You got to make a conscious decision to do the Lord's work. You have to make a conscious decision. You can't be lukewarm. You got to say, you know what? I want to do this walk. And walk that thing diligently. Right. You cannot play no games with this. So I'm saying, if you're coming into this truth as you are, and you're understanding some of these truths that we're giving you, and the Lord is waking you up, it behooves you not to do them things that you see is wrong, and to follow the Most High God to the T. Now, if you fall, man gets back up. The Most High God, he will give you grace. But how long will he give you grace for doing the same thing over and over again? That's the Most High to do. He'll know your heart. He'll know. By you knowing the law, and you keep transgressing those laws, that's up to the Most High God. He will punish you.
Right.
Did I answer your question?
Understood. I got it about.
No sweat. You had to say, Hadar?
That's a very heavy point that you made, because in the Christian church, you're not taught that.
Right.
You're not taught that the Lord will punish you for falling one time, two times.
That's right.
In Christian church, all you hear is that no matter how many times you fall, that the Lord's going to pick you up.
That's right.
And set you straight.
Yeah.
You never hear about him punishing you. You never hear that. You only hear about like it's all right. He's got you. He knows that you're fallible. He
That's
knows
right.
You're not perfect.
That just gives Christians a license to sin.
Right.
It gives them a license to sin, and they think the Lord is just going to forgive them for everything they do. Now, he might forgive you for something. He might. That's up to the Lord. But according to the scriptures, he's going to punish you for the sins that you do. Right. And you cannot willingly sin. And constant. Can't do it. Have something to say?
Come on, sir. Piggybacking off of what Officer Dar Malcher said,
Mm-hmm.
and what you're saying, sir, with the Christian church, them not teaching that, and the reason why they don't, it's something that's very, I know for myself, and I'm sure throughout the school, is intricate in following these laws, statutes, and commandments, is understanding the fear of the Lord.
That's right.
If you don't understand the fear of the Lord, if you don't understand that, just like that, he can deal with you, then you're going to continue to think you can do whatever you want to do. Right. So I know for myself, I move in a certain type of way where, of course, also, in the I.S.U.P.K, Yahweh Shai also for this, is because you learn a discipline within yourself to govern yourself in the fact of, if I know these laws, statutes, and commandments, I know I shouldn't be doing this.
Right.
I know I need to check myself with what I'm doing.
Right.
So although there's mercy that is given, and also the scripture does let us know that if you fall 7 times to continue to get back up, the Most High's mercy is not always going to be what you think that it is.
That's right. You're going to make it go through it.
He can remove his hand from you. So when we look at that, we have to understand that there's a fear of the Lord. I'm afraid. You have to be afraid. If you're not afraid,
You have to be.
You will continue to do the same things because you'll make excuses and you're like, oh, he won't do this.
That's right.
The Christian church tells you, oh, he loves you no matter what. So if you have in your head he loves you no matter what, you will continue to sin and you will justify what you do, and then you'll find yourself destroyed. That's
right. Now, so like Lions Den, we're going to go over like maybe 5-10 minutes, a little bit, 5 or 10 minutes. Is that okay with y'all? Y'all good to go? We can go over like 5 or 10 minutes?
Oh, God.
Lions Den, can we do that? Just 5 or 10 minutes. Give me 5 or 10 minutes to bring some stuff across.
The lot y'all don't want.
Go ahead.
Going back to piggyback out that point, you know what I'm saying, that you just made, you know, the difference between coming into the truth and being in the world is the world say that you can go and get cleansed by the baptism of the water. But coming into the I.S.U.P.K, you get tried by the fire, because you're gonna find out real quick. You're gonna end up doing stuff that you ain't think you would ever be able to do.
That's right.
But it's just that fire that's refining you.
That's right. I mean, it's a fight, man, young man. It's a fight, and that's what this is all about. The Lord is going to try you. He's going to try each and every one of you. I mean, why would you? Think about it. If I had a team, or if I was going to have you join something of mine, I'm going to try you. I'm not just going to let you walk in here and, you know, get all my riches and get all the glory that these brothers work hard for. The Lord is going to try you. So you got to fight. This thing is a constant fight. So these laws and statutes and commandments are life. It is your lifeline. You follow these things, you live. Matter of fact, give me I just had that. Give me Baruch 4. Give me Baruch in the Apocrypha 4 and start at verse 1, because it's a fight, Israel. Every one of us is coming to ISUPk. Everyone on this line, everyone on YouTube and Facebook. This is a fight to come into this truth and to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Your oppressor, the devil, everybody's going to come up to you with all kind of oppositions that's contrary to what the Lord is telling you to do. They're going to tell you shrimp, pork, and lobster is good. They're going to tell you sleeping with your brother's wife is good. They're going to tell you that it's gangster to do that, go steal that woman. It's going to be it's gangster to covet what the next man has, but it's not. It's going against God's laws, and once you go against those laws, you die. You understand me? You die. Read it for me. You got it for me?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever.
For what?
Forever.
In a little time.
Forever.
Until you done.
Forever.
Go ahead.
And they that keep it shall come to life,
Okay.
but such as leave it shall die.
So you come to life when you keep it, but when you leave it, you die. Keep reading.
Kanawakan, verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof.
Turn you, O Jacob. Jacob, that was his name before he got turned to Israel. As a bloodline, they're trying to establish a bloodline. It says Jacob, Israel. What it says again? Read it for me again.
Kanawakan, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it.
Take hold of this law, statute, commandments. Them brothers that struggle with this, those sisters that struggle with this, grab it, take hold of it. Keep going.
Kanawakan, walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated.
You might be illuminated. You hear the Illuminatis and all that stuff. I'm light to get the third eye. He all that. No, keeping the law, statutes, commandments, you walk in the light. You walk in the light. You're illuminated. You're different than somebody else.
Right.
You start following these laws, commandments, you'll have people say, damn, something different about that brother. Something different about that sister. That's because you keep the law, statutes, commandments. That's life. Keep reading.
Kanawakan, verse 3. Give not thy honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
Don't give your stuff to these strange nations, man. We're the salt of the earth. These are the things. These are our law, statutes, commandments. They don't know anything about this. That's how we stay strong. They don't know anything. Don't give it to somebody else. Don't go out there and marry a heathen, you know, and start doing things that they do. You're giving away your daggone. I gave you a class about don't give away your inheritance. If you remember that. These laws, statutes, commandments. Don't give that away freely. Keep going.
Kanawakan, verse 4. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to God are made known unto us.
Lord loved you enough to give you the law, statutes, commandments so you can live life. For you can live by. Before we came into the ISUPK, before y'all got on this line, before you start studying, we was living life like anybody else. We did whatever we wanted to do.
Right.
We was popping hoes. We was out there sleeping with man's wife. We was out there grabbing a woman, letting them go. Women was out there we was doing all kind of evil until we got these laws, statutes, and commandments. When we said, don't kill that brother. Don't eat shrimp, pork, and lobster to preserve your life. You get all these diabetes and get sick. Don't do that stuff, man. Don't hate your brother in your heart. When we got these laws, we started to live, man. We started to live. And we're still living right now.
Right.
Now, that means we're perfect? Now, the Lord says be perfect, as my Father in heaven is perfect. So it's not grievous, man. Follow these laws is not grievous. You can be perfect. Now, is everybody perfect? There's a difference between perfect in the law and being a perfect person.
Right.
You understand? People look at us and say, you ain't perfect. You're damn right, I'm not perfect. But they get them mixed up and confused with being perfect in the law and then being perfect as a person. I can go out there and make a wrong turn to the right Did I break a law? No. I'm mad at my rib. She gets me up. I hang up on her. Forget it. Did I break a law? No. But was that right to do? No, it wasn't right to do. But I didn't break a law. So anytime you get to a jam, you figure out, is this right or wrong? You base the law against what you did. If it ain't breaking the law, you're perfect, brother. Don't listen to these Christian pastors, these people that tell you that you can't be perfect. Don't listen to these women out there, the sisters that tell you can't be perfect. And them sisters, you tell a man, baby, you could be perfect. You encourage your Adawan that he's going to be perfect. And you yourself become perfect. Because we can do this. It's a big misconception out there saying that we cannot be perfect. And that's a lie. The Bible already said it. Because if it wasn't, when you read that verse, it's in red, Christ said this. This is Yahushua speaking, saying, be ye therefore perfect, as my Father in heaven is perfect. So why would Yahushua say that if you could not do it?
Right.
He will not set you up like that. That's what I'm saying?
Sir, piggybacking off what you're saying, we understand the scripture says it in the book of Job.
Mhm.
Job was perfect.
Job was perfect. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we have, people. So I'm going to get one more scripture, and we go, because, I mean, this law, statute, commandment is our duty, man. Without these law, statute, commandments, we couldn't live life. And Adam knew that. That's why the Most High gave those law, statutes, commandments to Adam. You know what I'm saying? He gave them to him way back when. So I'm going to go back into, let's go to Genesis. Let's go into Leviticus. Give me Leviticus 18 and 15, and we'll be done with that. Leviticus 18 and 15.
Come on, sir. The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not uncover.
Like it. Nope, that ain't it. Give me Genesis 2 and 7. It's like it, 2 and 7. Genesis 2 and 7.
Come on, sir. The book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
That's right.
And breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
That's the breath of life. What is the breath of life?
Salakia.
Anybody know? Give me, what's the breath of life?
Salakia, the law, statutes, and commandments.
Law, statutes, commandments. That's the breath of life. Keep going.
Come on, time. And man became a living soul.
Man became a living soul. And let me give you one other scripture. No, I'm gonna stop right there because I'm gonna start getting into more time, and we don't have enough time. But in essence, the laws and statute commandment is what gives us life. The Lord breathed life into us, gave us the laws, statutes, commandments. Didn't give it to anybody else. He gave it to us. If without those laws, we'd be living like an animal. You know what I'm saying? We live like an animal. So with that being said, do we have any questions online? Any questions? I'll give you a couple minutes. Any questions online? The lions didn't been quiet. I know brother, young man Devin has some questions. I hope he got his answer question. Young man Devin, you got any other questions before we leave out here? Make sure you get it out. Somebody says Salakia.
Not to verify me.
Go ahead.
I don't count the water, sir. I was having a conversation earlier with someone, and they asked me some precepts about, when Yahushua comes back, that we still going to be humans. We're not going to be angels. We still going to be, having kids, eating, and living life. Only thing is, we're gonna be in power.
Right.
Under our pressure. Precepts on that, if I may.
You got some precepts on that? Yeah, I got some. Off the top of my head, there's one saying we're celestial, not terrestrial. But I'll make sure I get you some of those with time consuming. So you want some scriptures and precepts on pretty much how we will live when Yahushua comes back, right?
Come.
Good to go. If you stand by, give me about 30 minutes after we get off the phone call. I'll go ahead and send them some to you, all right?
Come.
All right. Anybody else got any questions, any comments, any questions? I want everybody to leave here with their questions answered. I know everybody don't know the Bible. I know everybody is struggling. So if you got any questions, here's the time to get them out. Sisters, any questions? Sisters going through things, issues, questions? Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
I will continue to read Hebrews 10, right?
All right.
And as I got down to verse 38, I just got out to my understanding. It's saying thou shalt, won't have no pleasure in those that fall back or backslide. I guess that's what it means.
Which verse was that?
Something about doing the man. Huh?
What was that verse?
Hebrews 10 10, verse 38.
Okay. And what was the question on it?
It makes sense. If you also saying like, okay, when he's talking about the topic of duty of man, and how we were talking about last night about the brotherhood. Okay, say like for instance, if a brother, you know what I mean, is backslide, they're saying too like, all right, man, you know, wipe your hands with them. You know what I mean?
When a brother's backsliding, you don't want to. That's your brother. You don't want to wash your hands completely with him, unless he just don't want to be the truth. Period. Like he just don't care when to walk. You always want to try to see if that brother, if you can help that brother. Now you continue doing what you're doing in the truth, but if that brother's backsliding, your job is giving the truth. Keep on giving him the truth. If that brother don't choose to listen to it, don't keep feeding your brother the jewels. There's a scripture that says, "Don't keep feeding your, don't give your jewels to swines." I'm paraphrasing, but it says, "Don't keep giving your jewels to swine," which is something. Swine is unclean. Don't keep giving it to him. You love your brother. You're still gonna love him. So if he ever wants to, have any questions, you answer it. But yet, don't keep chasing after him because he just don't want it. You understand? So if he don't want it, he just keeps backsliding. He don't want it, then there's nothing you can do. Go ahead.
Okay, that's fine. Is that what? I know it's not. I know it's not talking about the particular the brother, but I'm saying it's verse 38. Talking about that though for one that's backsliding.
It says 38. Now the just man shall live by faith. What's a just man?
The one that's living according to the commandment.
The one is exactly. He lives by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. So if any man draws back, they knows he lost statutes and commandments. They understand what's going on, but they don't want to continue to do it. Have no pleasure with him. You know the law, so if a man that knows, just say you with a brother right now, right? You follow law, statutes, commandments. He knows law, statutes, commandments, but he want to go out there and gangbang. Don't have no pleasure in that. Leave that. Let him do him. Don't have no pleasure in that. Let him do what he do. Now you can try to tell him, hey, look, man, you know law, statutes, commandments, brother. Let's not do that. But if he's persistent and he wants to continue on in what he's doing, take no pleasure in that. Because when that judgment come down, the judgment gonna come and say, for you, they're gonna say, did the young man Devin try to stop him? Yes. Did he tell him about his law, statutes, commandments? Yes. You clean. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You straight. You still a just man. Now the person that continue on that sin, now the Lord is gonna have the judgment is gonna befall him. Now, if you're a just man and you don't tell that brother what's going on, and you tell him, you know the law, statutes, commandments, he's about to do something he's not supposed to do, and you don't tell him, now that's a judgment gonna befall you as well. You understand?
I got you.
Okay then. Any other questions? Kasai, you had a question? You had a statement, a question, or anything?
Salaki, sir, if I may, I just want to say excellent class by you and Officer Barr.
Hey, Mosai, can I clap it up? All right, anybody else not have no questions? We're going to go ahead and end the class. All right, with that being said, I'm in the class. I'm going to pass the class over to Officer Hadar Moth. Come on up, sir. Clap it up. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm about to call you Trooper. I'm going to look at Trooper conversation. My bad. Come on.
It's all right. No harm, no foul.
All right.
Shalom, Israel. Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Hall, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They hit the shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must give permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will give permission from the head to marry. Tithes was the commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and also the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, which means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department. Priest fund, free will offering, not mandatory, whatever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations, the Feast of Purim. The Feast of Purim. On the dates of the February 25th and the 26th. Salaki for that.
Right.
And as a reminder, any brother who wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. That's boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and war scarves. And with that, been Israel. Abam Shabbat. I mind you. Barak. Yahanna.